is the first full day on the train. I'm having to shoot this video a little later in the day because of things going on and whatnot. Last night I slept okay, just kind of okay. Every once in a while the train would jostle enough to wake me up, but it wasn't too bad. I was pretty tired, even though I went to bed kind of early, but I had planned on getting up really early in the morning because I wanted to catch breakfast and my coffee. I got up at 6, and I will say getting up in the morning in the top bunk is a little rough, because you know, in the morning your joints are stiff and you're just kind of so when you don't have a lot of room to move around and be able to stretch out, kind of makes it a little tough. On top of that, you're having to come down the stairs, and during the night a few things shifted that I had on the stairs, and I ended up stepping on them on the way down. So tip for you is, before you go to bed at night, make sure that you have things set up in a way to where if they move, they won't break or shift and be in the way of you coming down the stairs, or if, like, let's say it's liquids like a water bottle, that it's not going to tip over and spill, that kind of thing. When I got up, I went ahead and got dressed because I didn't want to go out with my pajamas on, even though I came from the bathroom last night from taking my shower to my room with my pajamas on. I just wanted to go ahead and get dressed. And then I went to the bathroom to brush my teeth and wash my face, which was interesting because the sink is about that big and the spout comes over, so you can't really get your face over this teeny tiny sink that is smaller than the size of your face. But I made it work. Kind of got a little bit of water everywhere, but I made it work. And then I came back to my room and a miracle happened. The train stopped at exactly the moment that I needed to do my makeup, because I wanted to do my makeup today. So I furiously put on my makeup, probably the fastest I have ever put on my makeup, because I didn't know when the train was going to start back up. I didn't know what was going on, and so I had enough time to be able to get my makeup fully on and fix my bangs and everything, so that was fantastic. It turns out that the reason the train was stopped is we were coming up on a tunnel and we had to wait for a train to pass and come out of the tunnel. But in addition to that, after that train came out of the tunnel, I guess they have to suck all the fumes out of that tunnel before we can go through, because it was a pretty lengthy tunnel. It was probably the longest one that I've seen so far. So that took a while. I would say it probably took about a good 30-45 minutes because I got my makeup done and I had plenty of time before the train started moving. I went to breakfast right away because I wanted to test out a certain item on the breakfast menu. Got it. It was fantastic. It did not disappoint. The service was great. I didn't catch her name, but she was just so pleasant, and had a really good breakfast. And then I came back to my room and kind of got myself situated, put my stuff back together for a little bit, and now we are back out on the train going. So few things I learned. A along the way is rule number one: you have to have shoes on the whole time you're on the train, shoes of some sort, because a woman last night got off the train at one of the stops and she was barefoot, and the room attendant was nice and pleasant and kind of warned her. He wasn't mean at all, but he did say that if the conductor, saw her, that she would really get in trouble. So he just kind of gave her a good warning. And then what else? What are some of the other rules? Oh, if there is a stop and it is not a designated smoke break or fresh air stop, and you try to get off the train, they do not like that at all. They will ask you, are you leaving the train? Like permanently. And then they, again, pleasantly scold you and tell you to get back on the train, because it's not an actual designated stop for you to get off. For the meals, it was first come, first serve. It got full pretty fast. There were situations where, like, one family member would go in to eat breakfast, and then a little bit later the other one would try to join, but they couldn't join because they kind of do a community deal. So for me, I'm by myself, and if there is another single person or like a couple, you have 2 seats and 2 seats, and they'll put me on one side and the other people on the same table but opposite me, just because there's not that many tables, so they try to put as many people as possible. So if someone comes early and then the other person waits and comes a good bit later, that person's eating up that seat for a good amount of time. And there's some people that can get upset. Well, why can't I sit with them? What's all those other people sitting with them? Well, we need to fill seats, and you weren't here with the person that you came with. So if you do take Amtrak and you're with someone else, make sure that you both go to the dining car at the same time, or if you're a family, you all go at the same time, or just know you won't be necessarily sitting with them. It's starting to rain now, so it's kind of dreary out, but it's still pretty. I've seen a lot of pretty scenery. I've seen deer, a lot of cows, lots and lots and lots of cows, and we're not in Wisconsin, so I can only imagine how many cows are going to be there. Yeah, I managed to get my room sort of put back together the way I like it, and I pushed my bed back up so I don't feel claustrophobic while I'm sitting here during the day. And I plan on going to the observation car today just to check that out, see what I can see. Never know. Maybe meet some people. I do plan on eating lunch and dinner. I mean, I paid for it, might as well. Even though I'm not a big eater, I do find that the food I've ate so far has been good, so I want to take advantage of that and give you guys feedback on what the food is like. The mattress was very thin, like I said before, so it kind of felt like I was sleeping on a board. It worked. Like, I don't have back pain, but I could see where it could very easily cause back pain, and I do have back pain a lot, so I could see where it could very easily cause or exacerbate back pain that someone already has. But other than that, slept okay, and we'll see what today holds.